Joining us on the broadcast to discuss more is Major Mohammed Ali Shah, defense expert. Good afternoon and thank you for joining us on NewsX. What do you make of this development?
Well, Priya, the very fact that Hamas center, Hamas hideout, I would say, or their home was converted into an anti-terrorism operation cell. That's a very, it's a very positive sign. It's a very good development that the very fact that the Israeli troops have created the terrorist home into it's the opposite, the other way around. But what the sad part is, the humanity is suffering, the innocent civilians are suffering. But when you attack Hamas, who's actually guilty of doing terrorist attacks, who are a banned outfit, is more than welcome. Yes, go ahead and neutralize them. And I think Hamas should also release the hostages that they are holding. What for? For what? I mean, I don't get the logic. For what? Is there any demand? Is there any? What is the point of keeping people hostage and creating the atmosphere furthermore and terrorizing people furthermore? So when the Israeli troops convert Hamas, the hideout, I would call it, as an anti-terrorism operation cell, operation center, it's a good sign. It is a good sign that the Israeli troops are doing a good job. Yes, no doubt. They should ensure that Hamas is completely wiped out, but at the same time care for the fact that innocent civilian, women, children, and elderly should not be harmed in any way at all. Yeah.
All right, sir. Major Shah, Israel, of course, is awaiting, as of now, a political nod for a ground assault. Its tanks are still mobilizing. They're, of course, gathering near Sderot. There were satellite images that were showing, in fact, the number of tanks, the sheer miles of tanks that were placed in and around Gaza. Do you think that the ground assault will take place or not?
There is going to be heavy casualties from both sides. Very heavy casualties, because Gaza has got a lot of underground tunnels. They are tunnels which one does not know where they are, how they are. In Hindi, if I put it, I would put it like a bhul bhulaiya. It's like a lost maze. Yes, so a ground assault will actually lead to a whole lot of casualties. That is the reason why even Israel, despite giving an ultimatum of 24 hours, a few days back, they had not gone in for more than 24 hours. They'd given that ultimatum, all right. And when the hospital was bombed two days back, in fact, Israel released, they did a press conference, they released an audio where apparently it had the audio of so-called apparently Hamas terrorists who were discussing that the hospital was blown up by a Hamas rocket which was fired from behind the hospital. There is a cemetery over there. From there it was fired and it misfired. It did not hit the target. That was Israel's claim. So they were counter claims that audio was fired. Whatever the reason being, whoever did it, the very fact that it was a loss to humanity and evacuating 24 hours, giving a 24-hour notice is actually not practical. We cannot even vacate in 24 hours where we are residing in a peaceful state. Imagine in a war state with family or from a hospital. It is actually very, very difficult. Now, when a notice is given to evacuate this hospital, well, I would see it from this angle that, okay, people might say it, and rightly so, that it is inhuman, humanity is suffering, no doubt. But the very fact is, if you know a bomb is going to fall over here, and if I do not vacate that place and evacuate somewhere else, I'll be putting my life and my peers' life who are with me in further danger. So what makes sense? But the golden question is, where do these people go? The nearby countries, the Muslim countries, which were surrounded, they had closed their borders, they had closed their gates to them, they couldn't go there. Then what? Rishi Sunak, he came forward and he said, okay, Egypt should open for humanitarian aid. They should open the gates for humanitarian aid. All right. But now, even when they evacuate this hospital, when they flee the hospital, where do they go? That's the golden question over here. So the very fact is, humanity, I see, for a ground attack for Israel to actually go in for a ground attack into Gaza is going to buy several casualties, unfortunately, actually.
All right, sir. With that, I would like to thank you for joining us on the broadcast, presenting your perspective on this key development. But